I am too. I've never actually broken a tie before. I mean, I have cut one, but ties are kind of hard to break. They're really flexible. Game 2 of the finals. DominateDominion.com League of Legends Dominion Tournament number 27. I'm starting to lose count, man. I had to think about it. It's going to be Point Defense versus Pays Evelynn Child Support. Point Defense up 1-0 so far in this series. If they win this game, they win the tournament. If they don't win this game, Hex has a chance to steal. But only time will tell. Pays Evelynn Child Support on the right. Point Defense on the left. Point Defense running Sauron on Jarvan, the 4th. ZaberZ on Evelynn. hipeoples on Brand. MMKH as Alistar. And MagiMelkor on Ezreal. I'm one half of your casters this week. I am Gandair. And back from the abyss is...
Chobra here. Back I am indeed. And on the right side, as you said, it's going to be Pex, or Pays on Child Support. inFe on Diana. Painkillar on Malphite. BuddhaRice on Wukong. CaptnBuwberry on Urgot. And konfetarius on Fizz.
I think Point Defense can win.
We will see. They were pretty strong last game. They were pretty strong. But Pex did put up a really good fight towards the end of the game. And with a couple of the champion changes here, we'll see if Pex can pull it back. I think it's really going to come down to, once again, how the action plays on a bottom lane.
We'll keep an eye on as best I can. What the? We got paused. I didn't do anything. It was not me.
My guess is BuddhaRice might have had another DC.
Oh man, BuddhaRice. Your internets, man.
We'll check really quick what the notice is. Nope, this time it seems to have been Buwberry, so...
Those B names.
Seems to be it.
B is for...
Don't name your IDs B, man.
Yeah. Gameplay will resume in now. Woo! Whoa, my camera. I lost control of my camera entirely. What?
You might have to, if it's default control, if you press your middle mouse again, whatever your scroll map is.
Oh, thank you, that fixed it.
Yeah, it does that to me all the time, but we do see MMKH jumping over the wall, actually gets to initiate onto Buwberry. Buwberry takes a lot of damage, is forced to use Exhaust really early on ZaberZ, so ZaberZ pretty much, the Exhaust was wasted on ZaberZ, but konfetarius is sticking to ZaberZ, putting out a lot of dot damage, and picks up the health rally, very, very well placed. Or well positioned rather by konfetarius himself, but not able to catch up, and ZaberZ such a good kiter, that Evelynn. Meanwhile, MMKH is still tanking a lot of damage, but all this time BuddhaRice was simply capturing the windmill, so this one definitely goes in favor of Pex. Very, very well played. They completely pushed the opponent out, and all the konfetarius got kited and killed. It didn't matter because they got the windmill. He just used his revive, got back in case we saw Point Defense making a play for the windmill. MMKH did indeed use his own revive to come up to the top, but I would say those revives were a little bit in vain from both sides. But once again, since both of them used it, not so much in vain, konfetarius narrowly escapes with his playful trickster, as we see ZaberZ on Evelynn trying to put that kill alongside MMKH. Point Defense gonna have to play it a little bit slow here in the beginning. BuddhaRice jumps over, puts out a lot of good damage onto hipeoples. Meanwhile, konfetarius taking some good damage from ZaberZ. These run away. Painkillar now back from base. Items now going to help zone out. Ezreal actually just picked up a kill onto BuddhaRice on Wukong, and now Buwberry with no mana gets knocked back against the wall. ZaberZ putting on some good damage, needs to run away though as konfetarius comes in for the cutoff. Exhausted, can he get the kill though? Can he get the double even? He gets one. Can he get the second one? No. But as soon as he starts running, that's a free kill for ZaberZ because of those hate spikes and the move speed buff that Evelynn gets on every spell cast. So very, very good chase by Evelynn. BuddhaRice still picks up a kill back from dead against MMKH. So Pex is still being pretty dominant up at the windmill. And
a close fight down in the bottom lane. J4 just barely unable to kill Diana in the bottom there. And, dang. Missed with a true shot barrage, unfortunately. I saw that coming down there, and inFe stepped off just to the right spot to not be able to get hit by that. hipeoples and BuddhaRice having a disagreement of swords, and the pyroclasm gets used right there, but it mostly got a lot of minion bounces, unfortunately, and really didn't do a lot of damage to BuddhaRice outside the first skip. Now MMKH comes in and is like, hey, you're a monkey, I'm a cow, we should have a talk. And BuddhaRice doesn't like talking, so he's going to decoy on out of there. Now MMKH is in a pretty bad spot, standing out away from his teammate like that. Keeps MagiMelkor a little bit isolated away from everyone else without MMKH being there to interrupt. And MMKH is going to die for his troubles, and not able to pick up the Wukong kill either, so things are a little unfriendly right there. ZaberZ has discovered a konfetarius in the bushes and chases him a little bit. hipeoples zones with that Pillar of Flame to drive the members of the enemy team back away from him.
Yeah, so I feel like point defense right now is a little bit scatterbrained. They're going in one by one too often, getting picked off. ZaberZ is still picking up kills here and there because of that chasing ability. Same thing with MagiMelkor, but at the same time, as soon as the enemy team initiates together, they are just playing it much better, especially because MMKH hasn't been able to get that just prime initiation for the team. If he can get everyone grouped up and knocked up, we may see some better team fighting coming up, but again, it's not as easy as it was on Malphite, so point defense suffering a little bit. The windmill and the refinery are now labeled for the quest. And MagiMelkor is down, but konfetarius also coming in for the gank. This is going to turn it into a quick 2v2. MagiMelkor actually dodges over the wall, but gets drawn in by Diana. That's a quick kill. Chump the waters. Doesn't even need to activate. Evelynn comes in for the save with her ultimate. Gets the slow with Agnes Embrace. And now konfetarius dodges the true charge barrage, it seems. But Dragon Strike gonna still pick up the kill by Jarvan. Meanwhile, top lane, we see hipeoples going to get taken out by that seismic shard. Diana going to port back to base really quick to return at full health. MMKH also taking a lot of damage, has that storm shield, and it is going to be up the health relic. Is that enough though? Nimbus Strike, is it going to be close enough right around the corner? BuddhaRice not able to catch up, move speed buff, there it is. MMKH actually now just got the storm shield back and trying to draw him into ZaberZ, but BuddhaRice is playing this really smart, but they still come out. BuddhaRice got a little bit too curious. Curiosity got the better of BuddhaRice, gets cut off by MagiMelkor. There's the exhaust, there's the cyclone. He's not going to be able to get away. Can he at least get a kill? No, decoy. There it is. MagiMelkor should be able to pick up the kill as he turns around, but still a lot of damage going down to Ezreal, so they all need to back away once again on point defense's side.
inFe missed Q down here at the bottom, but that's no big deal. He has plenty more where that came from. Both players kind of in the middle of the lane, right through the wall. Nice play there by Sauron. Dodges through to avoid inFe there, and inFe seems to be pushing the lane up a little bit. We got Fizz coming around from behind, potentially. No, looks like he is turning around. ZaberZ, this is what I like about Evelynn. She can walk down the lane, and inFe has no idea. konfetarius coming down from the top, though, but they don't realize it is a 2v2, and Sauron taking some damage right off the bat. konfetarius turns around to try and put a little bit of a hurt on Eve, and gets caught with the Cataclysm for his troubles, walks around with nowhere to go. There's no water inside that Cataclysm, and MagiMelkor coming down from the top there to deal with inFe and begin chasing inFe back away, but inFe turns around, engages in on MagiMelkor, delaying for him as long as he can. BuddhaRice comes down from the top, put that crushing blow in on. ZaberZ comes up to help out his friend, but finds Wukong is also there now. And now Sauron jumps off the tower to assist. ZaberZ hanging back, waiting for cooldowns to refresh before he can close the gap and try and deliver some damage. Diana getting taken down, and now it's BuddhaRice and ZaberZ the bottom lane. konfetarius is alive once again. ZaberZ picks up the kill, but with inFe having revived and konfetarius on his way down, this is 1 Q away from disaster. And you don't need the Q, just press that R button, get right up in ZaberZ's face and start delivering the hurt. Gets with the Q, finishes him off.
Meanwhile, up at the refinery, Pex doing a lot of damage and good pressure, gets the suppression on MMKH, but that leaves Blueberry with no mana. MMKH is still alive, finally gets taken down, but MagiMelkor and hipeoples are not happy about that play. They want to pick up this kill. There's a Pillar of Flame, just one more auto attack. Mystic shot, great shot around the corner, picks up the kill. Now they're trying to chase away Painkillar. They really need to get this windmill. They need to get control of the map again. Point defense is lagging very much behind in the team play. They are going to get the kill on the Painkillar really quick, and that's going to give them the windmill, I would hope. Unless, oh, there's the Chump the Waters, great landing on the hipeoples. konfetarius targeting all the ones he needs to, gets the kill. ZaberZ is pretty low right now. BuddhaRice comes in as Wukong, but needs to run away as MagiMelkor is putting out some good damage. They're still trading. BuddhaRice putting out so much damage with that Nimbus Strike. MMKH comes in, and once again, point defense is going in one by one. A little bit too much. They still get the kill on BuddhaRice, but now here's Painkillar. They just keep staggering the fight here and there, and that goes in favor of Pex because they still hold the tower. Minions are still pushing up though. Can it, CaptnBuwberry, come up here quick enough? MMKH is trying to distract Malphite long enough for the minions to get the neutralized. They are going to get the neutralized. Very, very well played by MMKH, but now he needs to run. Blueberry is here. He's going to get the corrosive charge. There's the slow because of his shield. MMKH without much mana. There's a True Shot Barrage trying to delay the recap for Pex at the windmill. konfetarius to get a kill here. MMKH needs to run. Playful Tricks are not going to reach that far, and we see ZaberZ and MMKH retreating as MagiMelkor tries to kite. Windmill goes back in favor for Pex. hipeoples picking up that storm shield. Point defense is in a little bit of a bind here.
Yeah, a really good job pointing out that the minions up there were what kicked that tower over, and they were really just kind of buying time to let those minions get the chip capture in on the windmill in that little engagement, I guess you could say, up there at the top. But they really didn't have enough hit points to follow up on that. And BuddhaRice sticking his head out right there. MMKH is looking for him and waits for him to be revealed, and then pops the airborne off on him. ZaberZ goes for konfetarius and takes a nice chunk out of his health. He can exhaust for his troubles. hipeoples comes up from the bottom, throws down a pretty solid pyroclasm right there. Melkor and CaptnBuwberry exchanging shots. They got the position reversal that pulls ZaberZ out away. And the Chum of the Waters only landed on one person. Very good spreading out to avoid that. hipeoples getting chased and kind of routed away from the point. MagiMelkor is sitting back and delivering the damage that he can, but it's just not quite enough damage. Well, okay, that's quite enough damage there, but he doesn't have enough damage to like turn that fight around, is what I was getting at.
Meanwhile, bottom near death against Sauron. Again, bottom lane is very close. Every fight could go either way. Sauron gets the kill this time around though, and he has the minion advantage. They're pushing up against this Boneyard with quite a bit of a pushing power here, but we're going to see BuddhaRice come down and should be able to clear that no problem. I hope. Tower doesn't have much left on it actually. There's still one super creep though, trying to defend it. Very, very valiant super creep, and there's a new wave, so that's going to be safe for the time being, but that leaves the windmill a little bit open. It's going to be Painkillar alone against 4 people. He needs to just delay as long as possible if they want anything to happen, but there's the stun, there's a pillar of flame, there's the knockdown. Painkillar is dead. This tower is going finally in favor of point defense. This is their moment to turn it around. konfetarius gets the Q and is now going straight for the refinery or going towards bottom. Windmill has been captured bottom. They are going for it. inFe just took out Sauron. They're going to go for a 3-man push against Glory. Get that 3 cap back. And so how will point defense respond to this? We are going to see ZaberZ go back to base. There's a True Sharp Rush coming down. Is it going to connect? It's not. Oh, it barely hits inFe. Well played, but konfetarius waited for that and it's now going to start the channel. ZaberZ actually getting zoned out in his own base. Tower goes neutral at the quarry. It's going to go in favor of Pex. They still hold the 3 cap, 419 to 209. Very dominant lead. Meanwhile, in top lane, BuddhaRice starts the fight against 2 people. hipeoples and MMKH. There's a great cyclone, but there's a pyroclasm. Bounces back to BuddhaRice because of the minions. Gets killed. Well played by hipeoples and MMKH. There's another kill, but that left 3 people at the windmill once again, allowing Pex to completely lock ZaberZ in his own tower. He hasn't left base yet.
And CaptnBuwberry's been doing a very, very good job of zoning with Urgot. Urgot with as much range as he has to be able to deliver people back and kind of keep them contained. Position reversal pulls him out of the shark, though, unfortunately. Could stand to have that happen a little bit later. ZaberZ does get taken down. hipeoples is forced back into his base after getting a good stun combo off on Urgot there. And MMKH and MagiMelkor are still on the other side of the map. They're trying to make a play going for the drill there. konfetarius is going for the refinery, and Painkillar has wedged them into a very good position in this game.
Yeah, Pex is just putting out so much pressure. Like I said, this game is once again coming down to the mobility of both teams, and Pex is coming out on top. This time around, point defense really only has ZaberZ for that. I mean, MagiMelkor can, but he's so squishy. He needs to stick with MMKH, and MMKH not able to really roam about as easily as Malphite can. Needs to really stick with teammates to make great use of his skill set. It's 2v3. No, actually, ZaberZ comes in from the end to make it a 3v3. They instantly knock back and kill poor Fizz. hipeoples zoning out Painkillar, and Pex is scattering everywhere. They're going to try to chase down BuddhaRice. If they get this kill, they can try to go for the drill, and we do see Painkillar getting zoned out, but once again, we are going to see BuddhaRice get taken out. There's the ultimate from Painkillar to escape, using the unstoppable force knockup. Very, very well played by Painkillar. But look at bottom lane. We still see BuddhaRice and inFe zoning out Sauron this time around in his own base. And now BuddhaRice has come back with that revive. There's Chum the Waters. They're trying to turn the fight around. hipeoples goes down. Evelynn's already been taken out. BuddhaRice goes down though for a double kill by hipeoples. hipeoples with that dot, putting out really good damage. MagiMelkor now trying to push against this tower with MMKH. konfetarius looking for the assassination. He already used Playful Trickster, so now they can lock him down. There's the knock up, there's the knockback. MagiMelkor going to try to chase down. There's the Phage proxy. He's going to try to get the kills. There's the Playful Trickster though. So much burst damage coming up from konfetarius. He picks up the kill, and can he run away from MMKH? MMKH gets the knockback, but there's another Playful Trickster. Fizz just making the plays. konfetarius is going to escape as CaptnBuwberry comes in with the slows for the pickup kill onto Alistar. What a fight.
And meanwhile, over at the refinery, a play was made for it, and they were able to get off a neutral, but they took a little bit too much damage while that was going on, which is going to enable them to turn around both those towers. Going to put Painkillar and Child Support back on the lower end of the captures. Point defense now with a 3rd tower, in that, and BuddhaRice getting zoned away by MMKH there, but CaptnBuwberry pursuing hipeoples, but ZaberZ happens, comes right up in Blueberry's face, delivers a whole bunch of hurt, and now CaptnBuwberry is going to go down. Painkillar diving really, really hard to try and kill hipeoples, and is able to do so, but hipeoples is able to get off a good round of damage beforehand, and there goes the Chum the Waters right there, really taking a bite out of MagiMelkor and ZaberZ. Almost a double kill right there, and BuddhaRice wants that crushing blow, and gets it! MMKH shuts him down, though.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, inFe putting out some damage onto Sauron. These two are always just in a dual lockdown. It could go either way at any point in time. Both champions, or both summoners rather, doing very, very well. But point defense finally has a 3 cap, and they're starting to catch up. This is now their time to really lock down. They do have better defensive stats just because of Alistar and his ability to peel. They have some good AoE. He can tank so much. And if they can keep that up, they might be able to hold on to this just long enough to make it a much fairer fight here on the Crystal Scar. Up top, we do see CaptnBuwberry pushing up against MagiMelkor. MagiMelkor trying to get the damage in. Oh, there's a great knockback, and then the toss-up by BuddhaRice. But there's a good escape by Buwberry, but the follow-through with Arcane Shift, there's Alistar, and this is where Alistar shines. If he has a damage to the next, if he can heal all day, knock a block shot, he's just a great tank because of that, a great support utility tank, and bottom lane's not looking too good though. There's a huge Fizz with that Storm Shield. It's a 2v2, but ZaberZ gets instantly versus. Will konfetarius go down? There's the Cyclone. Yes, konfetarius finally goes down, but Sauron's also going to get taken out by the crushing blow. Great play by BuddhaRice and konfetarius, and that has led point defense to allow point defense to push up against the drill to 3v1 here at the tower. Painkillar not in a very good spot. Look at MMKH tank at tower for so long, but now they need to escape. Diana and Urgot are back. They still have a 3 cap. They should be content with that. MMKH hits that move speed shrine and is going to run away as the rest of his teammates do so. And that this time around once again leaves pressure for Sauron to go up against this Boneyard. 3 people homing in though. He needs to watch out. Or if he gets caught, they need to pressure that drill once again. He is going to try to escape. They get the neutralize onto the Boneyard. The minions are just too
somehow I feel like that was actually a really calculated play. He saw that he had minions, he just cleared out that creep wave, and he's like, you know what, if I get as much cap in as I can on this, the minions will push it over because they're probably going to die for me. At least that's why I think that was calculated, because it would be really weird to start a cap there, knowing that they were visible on the map. So a really good play by Sauron right there. BuddhaRice manages to do, what's that thing? Decoy on out of some damage right there that would have otherwise been pretty rough to deal with. The Hextech Weaver goes off over there in the middle of the map. Eve with one of those. ZaberZ doing a good job being able to scout for his team. And now BuddhaRice finds ZaberZ, or rather the other way around a little bit, and takes a lot of damage for his trouble. He is going to get taken down. Now CaptnBuwberry seems to be the next target that they want there. Position reversal goes down, but really doesn't help him out too much, unfortunately. Alistar almost giving him the to-safety kick, but it seems like that they were able to follow up on it pretty good. Now Painkillar has to do another one of those crazy 1 versus 3 or more defenses, and things are just not going so well for him. There's a lot of damage being put on him right there. He's doing the best that he can to defend, but in the bottom lane, konfetarius went down, helped inFeed out. We managed to get a gank on Sauron, and Painkillar, with that Garrison there, was able to save that tower from being captured. So point defense manages to pick up a tower and saves the other one with a Garrison.
Yeah, excellent play coming out from Pex, and konfetarius now going straight for bottom or the refinery. No, he's going to go bottom to try to help inFe, but MMKH is there. I don't know if it's going to be a good 2v2. It's going to definitely be in favor of point defense, it seems, just because inFe's already taking so much damage. Chum the Waters lands onto Sauron, the great snipe through the champions right there, and now MMKH is taking so much damage because of the tower. Buwberry has now shown up. They really want to keep this tower down. They just want to keep the 3 cap, and do see Wukong also going up against that refinery. Pex is just all over the map. They did have to sacrifice Painkillar in the middle of the map, but no worries. They're going to have a 4 cap here in a second. No, they just go for 3 for 1. They got to neutralize onto the refinery. Now BuddhaRice trying to make an escape. He tries to dodge the missile shot, gets hit by the Essence Bug, and now is going to be locked down, but dodges the pulverize. He's still just trying to delay. Delay is the name of the game. And we do see konfetarius pick up that health relic along with CaptnBuwberry try to come in, but Buwberry was cut off as he was coming up by ZaberZ, so that leaves konfetarius alone A little bit of a miscommunication right there. konfetarius dies for that move. BuwberRice also going to go down. Point defense getting the cleanup. Can they get the windmill? Yep, they're going to delay the windmill. inFe is pretty strong though, so MagiMelkor needs to watch out. They do have MMKH capturing the refinery, so they can't go for any crazy fights, but the tower's still there, is up at the windmill. Sauron's also going to get the quarry back. It's not looking too good for point defense right now. And there's a true shot from Raj. Evelynn gets a kill onto Diana. Painkillar jumps in. Will hipeoples go down? No, Painkillar loses track of his target and is now forced to run away. But there's konfetarius. Chump the Water did miss, but that's still a kill onto Evelynn. Can konfetarius get another kill? There's the exhaust. There's no mana on MagiMelkor, or no mana rather. And MMKH is now caught alone, but he's so tanky. Can he defend this? Hypeoples tries to get the stun, but a great dodge by konfetarius and kills him for another kill. And konfetarius now coming in under the tower. He needs to watch out, but there's the channel by BuddhaRice. Very well played, and Playful Trickster needs to watch out for the minions. konfetarius, is he going to live? He's going to live with 9 health, 11 health, now going back towards base. And now we see BuddhaRice caught in a little bit of a trouble there. Gets cutted by Ezreal, gets a missile charge to the face to go down. CaptnBuwberry, there's a Hexdrinker, but not good enough. Double kill for Ezreal as he does AD damage. And inFe down and bottom, putting out a lot of pressure down the tower, but needs to watch out. ZaberZ is coming down for a gank. It's going to be a 2v1. DFG opens up, so much burst damage going down. inFe will go down in that exchange. Can point defense keep this up and maybe
I'm not quite too sure. konfetarius has been playing some excellent Fizz so far all game long. It looks like he's got his sights set on the bottom lane now. We see him positioned out behind the boneyard. There goes the Chum. The Water's right there. Sauron is able to get out of harm's way, but ZaberZ is not, which enables Sauron to turn around, get back into the fight, and deliver some damage, having not had to deal with that extra from the Chum. The Water's right there. And over by the drill, though, Ezreal able to get a couple of kills at the drill. They're going to turn around that around. They're going to get a neutral on it. MMKH moving up to do the aggressive kind of zoning, maybe? No, he's going to go ahead and back on out of there. MagiMelkor, oh, he does get the capture on the point. inFe immediately dives in, though, to try and put the hurt on him, and he's doing a pretty good job of it. MMKH misses with the airborne, unfortunately. Ground Slam has such a short range right there, and inFe is able to take care of that, and now things don't look good for MMKH trying to defend that point, and he's going to get taken down there. But at the bottom lane, though, Sauron and hipeoples having to deal with CaptnBuwberry. hipeoples coming down to gank for his friend. A good pyroclasm, but it didn't really bounce to CaptnBuwberry too many times, although he is able to pick up the kill anyway. And he's just going to run straight over, kind of making a beeline for it. Wants to throw down some damage on those minions, get them out of the way. True Shot Barrage goes to the middle of the map, does not find konfetarius, unfortunately, and inFe is on his way down, but he's not going to get there before the point goes neutral, which it does just there. And actually, hipeoples might get the capture off on the Q, just falls a little short of being able to tag Brand.
hipeoples dodges the Q once again, just trying to delay as long as possible. His job is done right there, but is it going to be worth it? His revive will be up in a second, and Sauron's already up, going towards the bottom. He wants to just delay this as long as possible. He does get the stop on the interrupt rather. There's Exhaust, though, taking so much magic damage from both of these mages. Goes down. BuwberRice shows up just in case. The Boneyard's going to go back in favor of Pex. If they hold on to this long enough, they may be able to end the game right here. But point defense has been playing it much better now. MMKH sticking with Ezreal and Brand, and that's been the power right now. Those three people just making power plays as Evelynn goes back. But look at that first damage coming out from BuddhaRice with the Crushing Blow and Cyclone, and there's the finish knocked up by Malphite as Monkey King picks up the kill. And now MMKH just being super tanky, waiting for his teammates to show up. There's a Pyroclasm, but great divide by BuddhaRice, but his decoy actually didn't help, ended up putting up more damage to himself, so he gets taken out by MMKH. Great Garrison by Painkillar, just trying to delay as long as possible. 28 points left on point defense nexus. We do see konfetarius looking to distract, maybe go for back half, maybe get a pick off. He's just roaming about the map, and that's all he's been doing, making plays everywhere on this map. Painkillar has still been defending this tower. BuddhaRice is back, and so is CaptnBuwberry. MMKH is going to go down. Evelynn shows up with the ultimate, but it's not good enough. There's the suppression, there's Chump the Waters by konfetarius, but he was exhausted, so the damage isn't there. But look at the burst damage coming out from BuddhaRice. He is just ripping through the enemy's health with that last whisper, and the Yuma's Ghost Blade. hipeoples now trying to keep this tower neutral at the very least. BuddhaRice should be going down here. No, he's still no, he did go down. The decoy was still alive. BuwberRice now alone in this 2v1. They need to get this tower back for point defense if they want to stay in the game. inFe's been putting out way too much
and
pressure on the bot
konfetarius
lane.
dives right in for hipeoples and does a huge amount of damage right there. I mean, MMKH doing the most fight that he can with that Alistar, making it just tremendous effect of that sheen damage. You know, pop an ability, get that sheen proc, make sure you expend that before you land that next effect, using the heal to trigger sheen so he gets more damage, and he's had just really good control over how he delivers that sheen damage all game long. And now hipeoples on MagiMelkor going for konfetarius. konfetarius' escapes on cooldown right now. He's doing a really good job of dodging skill shots, and he's able to clear some distance to get away. Bottom point, however, things are looking a little ugly though. And ZaberZ getting zoned away from the point, trying to finish off Painkillar, but CaptnBuwberry is doing a lot of work on him.
konfetarius is still making this game fine and gets hit by a Mystic Shot. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Pex, no, they're not able to get the capture just yet. The minions finish off the job. There's 3 cap, there's 10 points left. They need to get it neutralized almost immediately to stop the clock for point defense, but I don't think that's going to happen. Will Pex take this game to bring it back? We do see Brand going for the drill, but Diana's right there. It's not going to happen. 5 seconds left, and point defense has no answer. Game 2 victory will be going to Pace Evelynn Child Support as they get back into the finals for a Game 3 tiebreaker.